Good evening, everybody, and welcome to another Pushing Polygons. This evening, I'm going to be talking about Nintendo's Direct for February the 9th of 2022. Now, this video might come off a little bit more like a rant because there were some things, very few things that I found super positive, a lot of neutral things, some things that I am negative on, and really one thing that I am negative slash conflicted slash I'm not sure where to put it. But before we get into that, if there is something that you saw at this direct that you're really looking forward to, let me know in the comments below. Let me know what game you're looking forward to and let me know why you're looking forward to it. I would love to hear it. But with that being said, guys, let's go ahead and let's jump into it. So I'm going to start this video out looking at the more conflicting to negative things. We'll move up to neutral and then we'll try and end this video on a positive note. With that being said, I am going to start with the thing that I am conflicted slash negative on. This is going to be a slight bit of a rant. If you want to skip the rant part, I will leave a timestamp in the description so that you guys can do that. With that being said, with that disclaimer, with that warning, here we go. Mario Kart 8 Deluxe. It's a fantastic game. It's been with us for a very long time. It was with us as Mario Kart 8 on the Wii U. It has been with us on the Switch since the Switch inception. And instead of Nintendo going out and making a brand new Mario Kart, what they have done is for the lovely price of $24.99, you can get 48 new tracks. Well, they're not new tracks. They are remastered tracks from Mario Kart across the generations. Nintendo has also decided, if you don't want to pay the $24.99, that they are going to include it in their Nintendo Online Plus expansion pass, where it will sit there alongside Nintendo 64, Sega Genesis, and Animal Crossing DLC. I guess that's a great way if you're already in that program, but I don't see how Nintendo is going to hook these tracks into what was the single-player campaign experience. They're just going to be there for exhibition or if you want to play online with your friends. Instead of doing that, hey, Nintendo, you could have gone and you could have included all these tracks and made a brand new game. You could have called it Mario Kart All-Stars, Smash Brothers All-Stars Switch Edition or Racing Edition, or, done the Smash Brothers thing where you could have brought in a whole bunch of characters all over the internet or all over the gaming community and really made Mario Kart into that kind of thing. As much as I love the history of Mario Kart, Mario Kart 64, and Mario Kart Double Dash being some of my favorites, this really plays to me like a money grab. Nintendo, again, doing what Nintendo does and playing on nostalgia. Instead of coming up with new tracks and a new gimmick to push the kart racer along, they are going back to the well and saying, hey, do you want to race at Peach's Castle? Yeah, we can probably bring that to you. Do you want to race in Donkey Kong's Jungle? Yeah, I think we can bring that to you too. Like, I wouldn't expect that that there's going to be no tracks in this thing that we haven't seen before. So I really, in a way, feel it's Nintendo to get the most, again, out of their consumer with putting the least effort in. I love the idea because I love to see old tracks come back. Mario Kart has had a plethora of amazing tracks over the years. But Nintendo, it's time to put Mario Kart 8 down. What has me concerned here is the install base for Mario Kart 8 so big that it's too big to fail? Are they going to port this game again to the next Switch, or are they going to make you buy it again and call it like something ridiculous, Mario Kart 8 Deluxe Plus or whatever? I don't know. Mario Kart needs to move on to the next one. Nintendo, if you're going to put this out, do this and literally move on. Like right after that last track pack is out, move it on. So the way they're distributing this, again, it's going to be DLC, $24.99 if you're wanting all 8 waves. So there's going to be 8 waves. There's going to be 48 tracks. It is going to be pushed out through the end of 2023. So if that says anything about the future of Mario Kart, well, guys, we're not seeing a new Mario Kart until at least 2024. That's a scary thought. It also has me a little curious about the longevity of the current Switch, unless they make the Switch, the next Switch, Switch 2, Switch Pro, Switch whatever, backwards compatible. So there is my negative conflicted piece of it. Now, the other negative thing that I really have to say about this is that Nintendo is again showing off a bunch of games that we know about, but maybe there isn't a big following. You know, we saw Advanced Wars, we got a date for that. We saw the Ezio collection. I mean, those are fine games, but you could have held off. There was no bigger title, and this is supposed to be Nintendo's slate through the first half of 2022. We still don't have a date for Breath of the Wild 2. We saw nothing of Breath of the Wild 2. Nintendo, whatever you got, it's time to show Breath of the Wild 2. We saw Mario Strikers Battle Arena. Okay, it's soccer. It's Nintendo soccer. I mean, that's awesome. And it's, I guess, a different take on it because it's, I don't know, it kind of gives me a little bit more of that, Rocket League kind of feel to it, which that's, I guess, a little bit different. I've never played a Mario soccer game, so I guess I might not be qualified to judge that one too harshly. Games I don't care about. So this is like complete ambivalence. No Man's Sky. Great. It's coming to the Switch. Fantastic. Kingdom Hearts Cloud Edition. Oh, Nintendo. There may be a lot of people that want to play Kingdom Hearts on the go. Folks, if you have to be connected to the internet because it's a cloud edition, this, to quote The Mandalorian, this is not the way. And why? Just, I don't understand. I mean, I get the purpose of the cloud editions. It's to get games to run on the Switch that couldn't otherwise run on the Switch. But if it can't run on the hardware locally, why bother? I don't get it. Nintendo, just wait for the deal for the next system. There's some of these things. If Nintendo is planning a next system, just wait for that. I mean, even with these, again, going back to the Ezio collection, you could have just waited. I'm sure the assets for the PS4, Xbox One version is a little bit better than what's on the Switch. Maybe they're about equivalent, but I would assume that they look a little bit better on those consoles if they're coming to those consoles. A game that I am ambivalent / slightly positive on because it is bringing it forward is Nintendo is, of course, getting in on the Star Wars fun by bringing the Force Unleashed to the Nintendo Switch, so that'll be fun. I loved that game when it originally came out on the Xbox 360 and the PlayStation 3, so we're bringing more Star Wars back from the past. It's a good thing to unleash these things from consoles where they haven't existed anywhere else, maybe besides PC. And the thing that I am probably more positive on, again, I don't really care because I don't care for that series. So again, this is ambivalent / positive, is Splatoon 3, I mean, they showed off a multiplayer mode. I mean, you're showing off a multiplayer mode and it's coming out this summer. It's like, you've showed this game off now. I think this is the third time. I mean, just do a dedicated direct for it like you did for Animal Crossing, like you did for Smash. If you want to show off a multiplayer mode, that's where to do it. This is not the place for that. Games that I am, again, ambivalent, positive / curious is there's a game called Alive, Alive. It's a Square RPG that apparently was released in the 90s that never came to North America. That should be interesting. It is pixel art, of course, remastered in that HD 2D style. So I'm looking forward to seeing what that is. You have the Full Metal games, the first and the second, which is a turn-based kind of Final Fantasy tactics sort of game where you're basically fighting mechs. That looks interesting, but again, those are remasters. Really, the new games that we got in this presentation was the Three Houses Warrior game, Fire Emblem Three Houses Warrior game. It's a warrior game with, I mean, so it's, if you enjoyed Zelda Hyrule Warriors, then you probably will enjoy this if you enjoy the Fire Emblem franchise. So, and well, I guess you have to also enjoy Warriors types of games. So, if you are into those two series, that should be great for you. Again, it's something new, so ambivalent positive there. Kirby, this is the game that I'm probably the most positive on, and that's coming out March 25th. I think that game it's going to be a Kirby game. It's going to be a familiar formula, but it's bright, it's colorful. It is very saturated. It does the happy Nintendo thing, which in a game where in a world where there's a lot of darkness in real life, I mean, throughout the issues that we all deal with as human beings, with the darkness that is in video games, whether we're talking DLC, loot boxes, microtransactions, thematic tones, you name it, color palettes, whatever. This just in general seems like a bright spot. And it's not coming out. It's not going to be out. I mean, it's not going to be too much longer before it comes out. So, we're all going to have our hands on this thing here in about 45 days. A little bit more than that, but about 45 days. And so I'm really looking forward to that one. Now, what other game do I think that they should have shown off here? Now, I've already mentioned Breath of the Wild 2 or whatever they're going to call the next Zelda game. That should have been a real must here or somewhere at the end. Nintendo, this past year was supposed to be the year of Zelda. You guys really did a crap job celebrating Zelda. I don't know what you were thinking. You've done better in the past. I don't know. I hopefully when another anniversary comes around for Zelda, you give it a little bit more of the respect that series deserves. Now that I've gone through that, so no Zelda. We also did not see Mario plus Rabbids Sparks of Hope. Now that game is due out later this year. I thought it was going to be first half of this year. With them not showing it, I'm assuming that has slipped to holiday season or worst case scenario, early 2023. And I'm expecting early 2023 because I believe that is when Mario plus Rabbids Kingdom Battle originally came out. So maybe Nintendo is targeting that off holiday season, as a lot more games are now starting to come out in that period, as we are noticing this year, of course, with Gran Turismo 7, Horizon Forbidden West, Sifu, Dying Light. Now Kirby in March. There's a few others in March, and then there's one game that's actually coming out on the 7th of April at this very moment. that particular game is escaping me, but there is a game that's coming out on that date. Overall, what do I give Nintendo for this presentation? It wasn't the worst presentation that they've ever had, but it far and away was definitely not the best presentation that they've ever had. So I'm going to give this a solid C. Nintendo's going to do what Nintendo does, whether we like it or not. But if you think that I've got it completely wrong and Nintendo has done a much better job with this presentation, let me know in the comments below. Let's have a discussion. And if you like this video, please give it a thumbs up. If you want to see more videos like this, please subscribe to the channel and do ding that bell. It'll let you know when more content comes out. But with that being said, I hope you all have a wonderful evening or day wherever you are. Take care of each other, and I will see you in the next video.